Whilst it's easy enough to see what companies own land across England and the UK, it's very difficult to see what the ownership structure is of those companies. They can have parent companies, child companies, and directors can be spread across all of them. So Searchland's released a new feature to link all of this information from Companies House together. And it looks like this. If we click onto a freehold that's company owned, we can see here straight away that it's owned by Down Oak Limited. Now, the ultimate parent of this is Oakman Group, so we immediately have two companies in there. Now, something that we've put together is this ownership tree to highlight that. So we could see that we have Down Oak Limited here that own this title, and that is owned by 3 other companies, including Oakman Group PLC. Now, one of the things that we've gotten here is we could see that this company owns 7 titles, and there are 44 across Oakman Group. So if we actually click onto this and expand this out, we can now make that murky company ownership structure unmurky. I can see all the companies across here. I can see which ones hold land and things that we could be interested in, but also I can see that we have this ultimate parent company ownership here. So this is the sort of back end of what we've created. Now, if we move out of this, the tool, the way it actually works, is nested here. If we go into our control center and company ownership and open this, this is going to operate a lot like Companies House in here, in the sense that we could search for companies. So I could say, show me a company name, or we can even search by director in that. So we could say, okay, I want to know what companies this person is appointed at, and we could run that search in there. For any of these companies, we can click onto this company tree and we could search it, and then we can see that ownership structure as we did for Oakdown. Now, more than that, we can begin to use this information in a completely other way. So if we click on this and say, well, I know that the Down Oak has 7 titles, but I know that their ultimate owner, Oakman Group PLC, I'm going to take this name, has 44. One of the things we can do is we go into the Searchland sourcing tool, and one of the filters, so this is going to pull up all the titles in the area, and if we just show what's going on here, there's going to be all this highlighted information. And we could say, into here, show me everything. And we want the ultimate parent company name to contain that one that we had before. Now we've got 1, which is that title there, but I'm going to stretch this across all of England. And then what we'll have is the remaining titles that are owned all by Oakman Group PLC. So there we have 16 titles that we can look across that are just freehold. So if I got rid of this, it shows up the leasehold, which is why that 16 is a bit lower. But from there, we could zoom out and view these across the map if we wanted to see them visually, or we just go ahead and click Browse Opportunities. And what this is going to do, it's going to show us each site, and we can begin to move through them this way. So this is how you can move from understanding a company's ownership structure, its parent companies, and then reverse engineering that and putting it in something else like the sourcing tool and breaking them down. In this case, maybe you already have a lead with a director or a conversation, and you can go and bring sites straight to that director or that person of significant control. So that is the new and revised company ownership structure and ultimate parent company ownership from Searchland and how it can be used.